So let's continue the series of how are we sacrificing our self-worth, how our self-worth in social situation gets compromised, what makes us go and borrow another's version of who we should be. And one of the most potent, most disturbing element in social situation, which basically takes you into different enrollments, and many professionals do benefit because of that, and those are questions. The questions that are fielded at you make you feel so, you cringe when these questions come to you. And to avoid the discomfort of these questions, maybe the next time around you go out there next day taking steps to kind of avoid these questions. Of course, to avoid these questions, the first thing we do is we avoid the people who we know are going to ask these questions. Okay, so maybe we just say no to the parties that we feel are going to ask us these questions, or face the people who will be there who we know these questions. What do these questions do? These questions, in a way, when they are placed in front of you, they make you feel as if you are unworthy, or there's something lacking in you, and that is something that you should work on. And if you're not working on these things, it is like they'll sit in judgment and it will portray you in a bad light. So if you look at the first question, let's say you have just got married, maybe a year has passed, and they come and ask you, oh, when are you giving us the good news? The first thing that they are telling you in this one simple question is, you've married for quite some amount of time, and according to our calendar, you should be pregnant by now. The next, supposing a next question comes in, when are you going to get a job? Again, the implied thing is, you are the most unproductive individual that I am seeing today. If you don't have a job by now, according to my calendar, there's something wrong in you. Okay, or sometimes they say, aren't you going to do something about your weight? Again, the implication is that according to my standards, you are overweight and you need to do something about it. Sometimes they'll say, oh, you want the doctor? I'll give you the number of the doctor. Again, the implication is that whoever you are seeing, whichever professional you are consulting, is not good enough. My doctor or my professional or the person that I am consulting is superior, and yes, you must consult them. So in all of these questions, these are just basic questions that I have added. There are these questions that make very uncomfortable and awkward settings. So it pays for you to know what these questions are doing to you. The moment you do that, you can take a decision. I am not going to buy the implications of these questions. So the next time around these questions comes in, take a pause and understand what are they implying instead of what you are buying. And when that implication comes in, you have one very big option to say no. Let's look at in the next section, how do we go about